He was a top-tier assassin, one of the best in the business. But when a group of masked intruders broke into his home and beat him mercilessly, he did nothing. Curled up in a corner, he offered no resistance. He let them strike him at will. And eventually, one of them knocked him out cold. But when he came to, things had only gotten worse. His daughter had been taken hostage by the intruders. One of the masked men began interrogating him, but Jack couldn't understand a word they were saying.
Where is it? Where's what?
Seeing the confusion on his face, one of the men removed his own mask and pulled it over Jack's daughter's head, then aimed a gun at her. Just as it seemed she would be executed, a twist of fate occurred. Another masked intruder showed Jack a slip of paper with the house address on it. They had hit the wrong house. But now that Jack had seen one of their faces, they had no choice. They couldn't leave any witnesses. The situation was no longer negotiable. Jack realized there was no talking his way out of this, so he fought back. In a brutal counterattack, Jack managed to kill 3 of them. But that victory came at a price. What followed would be a nightmare. Afterward, he made a cryptic phone call, then suddenly collapsed. When he woke up, he was handcuffed to a hospital bed. A police officer stood beside him and delivered 2 devastating pieces of news. First, Jack was being charged with murder and would be going to prison once he recovered. Second, his daughter had been placed in an orphanage.
It's all right. I didn't have a choice. But we'll see about it.
With no choice, Jack stayed in the hospital to recover, awaiting further investigation. But during his recovery, something on the TV caught his attention. News coverage of his case. That alone meant one thing. His cover was blown. The peaceful life he had lived for years was over. His enemies now knew where he was. Somewhere far away, a powerful drug lord named Henry, one of Jack's oldest and most dangerous enemies, was watching that same broadcast. Without hesitation, Henry picked up the phone and contacted Blake, one of the world's deadliest assassins. His order was simple: eliminate Jack. And the reward? A staggering 100 million euros. Meanwhile, Jack received a phone call from someone claiming to be his lawyer. But the voice on the line belonged to his former handler, the man who had overseen his missions back in his assassin days. The call Jack had made right before passing out hadn't gone unnoticed. He had told his former boss that he'd taken out 3 armed men, and the old handler immediately knew something bigger was at play.